In this video, I will give you the much needed information about the current state of EstateGuru and its plans for 2024. If you're following our monthly performance updates, you know that EstateGuru's portfolio quality is not ideal. As I'm recording this video, 48% of the outstanding portfolio is defaulted. The defaulted portfolio on EstateGuru reflects EstateGuru's previous risk management approach. A high default rate increases investors' potential loss while decreasing the liquidity. A defaulted loan on EstateGuru does not necessarily mean that the money is automatically lost. The platform can sell the collateral to retrieve your investment. So how much money is EstateGuru planning to recover in 2024?
The stretch goal is actually to recover around 38 million, which will take our default portfolio below 100 million. But I say it's a stretch goal because if there's a significant improvement in macroeconomy, then yes, this task will be more simplified. We still see also really hostile behavior of some of the borrowers, especially in Germany. I think in Baltic and Finland, behavior and cooperation level of the borrowers is also much different. In Germany, we need to go really hard on and really fighting, and this is our priority. We have actually really invested into it, and I think I also said in our CEO letter that we have actually invested more than 1 million legal fees, so we go on all fronts to actually solve them and fight for every euro for our investors to get it back. And I think the work we have put in last year is something we start to see also getting the results this year.
If you are subscribed to the channel and active in the P2P lending space, you might know that I talked to the CEO last year. Back then, the default rate was at 21%, with only 63 million euro in recovery.
We see improvements probably already this year, and next year we can stabilize. And if we start again step by step originating new loans, then next year we might get to this 20% level or somewhere like this, and then we can push for even further to get to the normal 5%.
At that time, the CEO also thought that the German portfolio would not exceed 50%. So right now we have 32% of delayed loans in Germany, 46% are defaulted. Should we expect that all the delayed loans are going to eventually get into default, basically raising the default rate in Germany to 70%?
I don't think all of them will go, but some part of this still, yes. I think still it could raise above 50 for some period and then starts to come down.
In the end, the German portfolio exceeded a default rate of 93%, so those predictions were inaccurate. Earlier last year, the CEO estimated that the default rate below 10% could be achieved in 2025. If EstateGuru recovers 38 million euro this year, it will push the default rate to 33% based on the currently outstanding portfolio amount. Last year, the platform funded around 100 million, repaid 124 million, and recovered 14.6 million euro. A sub 10% default rate by 2025 is unlikely based on the current macroeconomic environment. If EstateGuru liquidates some of its portfolio now, it could result in up to a 60% loss on principal since the potential buyers ask for a significant discount. That's not something EstateGuru was willing to accept, which is also one of the reasons why the recoveries are so slow. The poor performance in Germany is due to various macroeconomic factors, including market development and inflation. EstateGuru's risk policies and the expansion strategy in Germany also contributed to the negative situation. The platform informed investors last year that it would conduct an internal investigation into its practices in Germany between 2020 and 2021. The results were never shared, so I asked the CEO for an update on this matter.
Yes, this internal investigation is now finished. It focused on internal and external factors. So with the internal factors, the main focus then went into learnings from the processes and the improvements made there. These changes have been now executed and done and put into the place. What concerns external findings, then the findings were given over to our legal partner for further analysis and development, and respecting currently their advice. So I can't say too much more about this, and once we are ready, I will come back with these findings. But what is important here is to understand that this internal investigation is not affecting how we solve the default cases in Germany. So this is not connected things, and we will go fully with our default solving in Germany.
There has been also one reader who was wondering if there has been some kind of evidence that suggests that fraudulent activity has taken place in regards to the issuance of the German loans.
Yes, as said, internal processes we have adjusted, and what concerns external things, and the matters have given over, and I can't currently comment more.
So it looks like they uncovered some mistakes. The publication of the results might negatively influence the platform's legal actions, so it's unlikely that we will be able to know for sure what happened until the procedures by EstateGuru's legal counsel are concluded. I also asked the company to provide a comparison of the credit policy that the company followed prior to 2023 and the newly introduced updates. Unfortunately, EstateGuru's legal team did not provide a side-by-side comparison, but they sent me the following information, which gives us investors a clear understanding of what has not been followed before. So as you can see, the concentration limits prior to the crisis in Germany were higher. The maximum probability of default was likely not followed at all, as Moody's risk framework was just adopted last year. It looks like EstateGuru has not conducted a full analysis of the projects with the purpose of refinancing all their loans. Another contributing factor to the high default rate might have been funding large-scale development projects to related parties. According to the new rules, the valuation of the collateral cannot be older than 6 months. The company will also no longer accept collateral from private persons who are not part of the management. The updated policy seems to positively impact newly listed loans, as the company informed investors that only 3% of the loans originated in 2023 are late with a much smaller default rate. You can find more information in the loan portfolio overview on EstateGuru's blog. EstateGuru spent over €1 million on recoveries last year and plans to do so this year as well. When a large portion of the portfolio is not performing well and the company has to spend significant resources on recoveries, investors might start questioning the platform's sustainability as a business, so I asked the CEO about the current financial situation. Some investors are also wondering about the current financial situation of EstateGuru. I think it's positive to see that you are still able to raise funds and continue business operations, etc. But perhaps you can share with me what's the current financial situation.
This legal recovery is our commitment towards our investor community, and I see this is something we need to do. And we made a strategic shift in the beginning of the last year, where we made many changes in the management, in our leadership, and we also took the approach from this high growth to profitable growth. And our aim was to bring the costs down, focus on existing markets, work parallelly on operational quality and efficiency, and also then making this recoveries. This shift has actually paid off, and by Q3 we reached break-even as a company, and this continued in Q4. So overall the year is in slight deficit because we continue to make these investments into the legal part, and so yes, we are in a stable situation currently. And in the beginning of the year, to be kind of extra secure and comfortable, we had also one smaller capital raising round where we kind of increased our reserve capital to go through these maybe more hectic months. But we realized that actually we were able to execute the action plan what we wanted to do, and this paid off, and we reached the let's say profitability is maybe a wrong word, because we kind of put every euro what we get back to the business, and so it was a break even. So we are operating effectively. Our core business, I think, without Germany would be as profitable already now.
Based on the CEO's feedback, the recovery of over €40 million last year, investments into the platform's IT infrastructure, and most importantly, their ability to continue to fund around €9 million worth of loans every month, I don't think that the platform is at risk of winding down anytime soon. That's actually good news for investors. Even if EstateGuru would go out of business, the CEO confirmed that the contractual obligations between borrowers and investors are valid. In that case, an external administrator would distribute the payments back to investors. While this may be valid for some well-performing loans, I don't believe any administrator would be recovering anything from the defaulted portfolio. This means that it's in everyone's interest to keep EstateGuru in the business and let them recover the loan book. When it comes to recoveries, investors should be aware of the potential losses, so let's hear what the CEO has to say about that based on the current situation. So when you talk about expected loss, you might have some kind of number for the German portfolio right now. Do you have some kind of rate which you think, okay, this is going to be something that, investors will experience a loss?
Yeah, we have been thinking about a lot, and this comes to, again, what strategy to choose. So all in all, we see that there are projects where we can really come out really well, also recover all of the principal, interest and all of that. There are more riskier where some capital loss might come. So I usually like to have really data analytical approach that we have really certain numbers. So it's a little bit estimating too much, but I will say in all might be close to zero or 10 to 20% maybe. I don't know. Something like this.
For the German portfolio now?
Yes, German portfolio.
At the Baltics?
When I expected loss in principle almost close to zero. I see here we have something really needs to change drastically in the behavior of the borrowers or the markets. Currently, we have the experience, we have the credit policies and scoring and way of analyzing. I see, and numbers prove that currently that or something macro needs to really go down, and we need to speed up the sales in that process. But current numbers show that around 12 months and 8% return on these loans. In current macro, probably return will be lower, but I think principal, no problem to recover.
Including in Finland as well, right?
Finland probably, I think on principle wise, we are covered well. Then it's about matter of time. So if we have more time to wait, then actually we can also get better returns there. If we want, in some case, we want to speed it up, then it will come from the returns.
So as you can see, it mostly comes down to the market environment. EstateGuru aims to avoid losses and maximize returns for investors, which may, however, take more time than initially expected. If you don't feel like waiting or don't believe in EstateGuru's ability to recover the defaulted portfolio, you can always try to sell your loans on the secondary market at a discounted rate. The platform allows discounts of up to 40%. Remember, however, that there is a 3% seller fee which you must pay if your loan is sold. Lately, EstateGuru introduced a few new fees that help the company diversify its income streams. While most of the revenue still comes from the borrowers, investors will be charged a small management fee for well-performing loans, secondary market fees, and withdrawal fees. While in P2P lending, it's not that common to pay fees as an investor, it's the norm with most other financial services, such as stockbrokers or savings accounts. The platform is interested in increasing the number of active investors, which is also why they offer various bonus campaigns, increasing the return on your investment. Your investors who are not impacted by EstateGuru's default rate may be more inclined to invest here. Investors with a significant amount of funds stuck on EstateGuru might not be so keen to continue investing, given that other platforms on the market have a better historical track record. Obviously, it comes down to your own investment preferences. To get even more insights, you can watch the full interview with the CEO, which is available for our members with the link in the description below. We talked for almost an hour, so this short summary covers just some of the highlights of our discussion. The situation on EstateGuru is a great lesson for the platform and the investors. For me personally, it's a good reminder to not trust everything the risk management is saying. It's unlikely that they will confirm anything that may negatively impact their reputation. One should also be cautious about investing in any new markets that the platform is expanding into, as the risk is always higher than in established markets. Last but not least, one should not underestimate the macroeconomic environment, as there are always external factors over which the platform has no control. So as you can see, there are plenty of risk factors to consider, and it's naive to think that all the risks will be manageable either by you or the platform. The diversification across multiple well-performing platforms will decrease the overall platform risk, which is also the reason why even my defaulted portfolio on EstateGuru represents just a minor percentage of my entire portfolio. Every platform comes with different risk factors, and it's up to you to monitor the industry and pick those platforms that fit you the best. You can use P2P Empire to help with your own research and monitoring. So if you have found this video valuable, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to be informed about the latest developments in the P2P lending industry. Let me know your impression of the CEO at EstateGuru in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.